More developments on that breaking news this hour. New charges against Hunter Biden have been filed in federal court in California. NBC News legal analyst Angela Senadella is here with me to break it all down. Angela, we are both literally going through this as we sit here together, so forgive us for both being on our phones a bit. But looking a little bit at this so far, it seems that this is all tax-related to the plea deal that he'd agreed to earlier in the year that had then fallen apart. The special counsel, David Weiss, sent this to a grand jury in California. This is from a federal court.
Yes.
What is going on here? I mean, just base level as we're looking through this, and I mean, this is 56 pages, so it's going to take us a minute. But are you surprised that this is something that was even taken to a grand jury in California?
Yes, you know, I really am, because these tax charges were supposed to be part of this plea deal. So Hunter Biden, when he went in front of that judge who did not approve that plea agreement, he admitted openly in court that he had violated tax laws as part of the plea agreement. Now, that is literally the definition of a bait and switch. So you agree to this because you think you're not going to have to go to prison for it. And then because it's not signed by a judge, then those same charges are filed against you later. Now, as a lawyer, I'm aware this is legally possible. Many things are legally possible, but the fact that this actually happened is rare.
So according to our NBC News team that obtained this indictment that was literally just filed minutes ago, again, it was filed by special counsel David Weiss. Hunter Biden has been indicted on 9 tax-related charges. If you are Hunter Biden's legal team, how do you approach this moving forward?
Well, first you fight, and first of all, his legal team is extraordinary, so I'm sure the ways in which they fight it are going to be extraordinary. But he is still attempting to claim that the plea deal is valid, so they are continuing to challenge that. And I imagine that's why the timing of this is happening before that is fully resolved, because at this point, that plea deal could potentially still be revived. He was challenging it.
So when we're talking about this past plea deal, and that is the one where there are already charges that have been brought related to him being in possession of a gun, which is something, given his record, he wasn't allowed to do. But the charges and the questions, or the allegations rather, around the tax issues initially, it was an allegation that he had failed to pay taxes by the IRS payment deadlines. His legal team has said that he has since paid all of those. But I mean, when we're looking at this amount of charges, does this seem to track with all being related to that initial plea deal?
Yeah, it looks like it's for failure to pay and for willful failure to pay. But again, these charges are brought very unusually due to the limited resources of the IRS generally, and they tend to only bring them when they're real outstanding amounts. That's what they go after. Or if it's a situation like Wesley Snipes, where someone is intentionally trying to challenge the law and say, I don't want to pay taxes. But Hunter Biden in court admitted to not paying taxes, but then seemingly has made it up. It's unclear whether or not he's paid back the full amount, but that's often something that could happen in negotiation. This usually does not devolve to this level of a lawsuit. I'm sorry, of criminal allegations.
Why do you think the special counsel has chosen to take this route? There's been a lot of attention on Hunter Biden, his business dealings via House Republicans. They've looked into a lot of different things related to Hunter Biden. There was also the allegation from some IRS whistleblowers saying that Hunter Biden had received some sort of special treatment, that they had slow-walked the process because he was the president's son. When you are looking at all of this, knowing what you know about special counsel David Weiss, why do you think he chose this?
Yes, I think what you're getting at is extremely possible, and that's because all prosecutors have total prosecutorial discretion, meaning so there are so many people out there who have likely been in a similar situation like Hunter Biden, but are not the ones who are getting charged. In this case, Hunter Biden getting charged, it's because David Weiss is feeling some pressure to. At some point, he did not, and now he does. So it is likely it is because of the intense political pressure on his special treatment that he's allegedly given to Hunter Biden. But it's also an unusual case where he is a family member of a politician, but not really a politician himself. So the scrutiny is a little bit questionable on all sides.
Very quickly, what should we be watching for in the coming hours and days? I mean, when you see a special counsel take something to a grand jury and they come back with 9 tax-related charges. Could there be more to come, or is it a done deal once they give those?
Well, I believe there could have been additional charges filed in Maryland. So I'm not really sure if these are the entirety or if more charges could possibly be dropped. And often prosecutors leave that option to their discretion to drop another shoe when they want to. Like this happened. This was not entirely expected. So almost dropping at this time after that plea deal fell through is significant. So I would look for what his legal team is going to do. How are they going to challenge it? Are they still going to say that this plea deal should have been revived? Are they going to nullify everything that he said in that court and claim that that cannot be admitted as evidence in any future trial, like in this tax trial? Are they going to settle these charges? There are so many questions, and it really depends on what agreements his own legal team and this special prosecutor come to.
Okay, a lot to watch. Again, this is a 56-page indictment. Our team is certainly going through all of it. I know you will be as well. We will bring you updates as we have them. But again, Hunter Biden, President Joe Biden's son, has been indicted on 9 tax-related charges. The indictment was filed Thursday by Special Counsel David Weiss in a federal court in Los Angeles.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.